you all well. It is Mental Health Monday. Awesomeness. Okay, so I'm doing it a little bit differently this week. No script, just going off the cuff. So it's going to get a little weird, and this is definitely a ramble. 4 weeks of insaneness. I had a hurricane come through. I tried to move during a hurricane. Insane trying to do that, right? I also went through my own little mental illness, my own little mental quirk, right? And that is the life that I live, and that's okay. The trick for me is I always am ready to get back up, stand on my feet, and try again. Yes, and that is what I'm doing. So, I want to talk to you all this week about that idea of taking failure and not letting it crush you, but saying, okay, I messed up, that's fine. I recognize my mess up, I own my mess up, and now I am going to start to do something better. In order to see the full 5-minute vlog, feel free to visit ArielAnatol.com. Have a great week, everybody.
All right, so I changed locations. I come to you from my new workspace here at the beautiful Fitzgerald Channelside. So one of the things that I'd like to talk about is failure. I had a lot of projects going on at the same time, and unfortunately, hurricane came, and then my life got complicated, and I let some of those projects fall. The beauty for me about failure is I never allow it to sit. I always, or I try to always stand back up and fight again. With bipolar, that's very important because our cycles tend to mess with our regular life, right? We tend to spend too much money sometimes, get too depressed other times. Next chapter, I'm going to talk about standing back up. Here's the thing about, like, trying to be successful when a hurricane comes through and you've got to move and you have to pay deposits and your life, your mental state starts to falter, right? The first thing I say is stick with therapy. So I have an amazing therapist at Metro Wellness, and I thank them for allowing me to get great psychiatric services from that space, right? I did not miss a therapy appointment except, of course, for the hurricane itself, because Irma had a little issue there. These posts today are going to be a kind of a mess because I didn't prepare, and that's another thing. Sometimes you just have to go even though you're not prepared. Next chapter, preparation. It's great to be in a new space. It's great to start that preparation again. So again, I'm Ariel Anatol, and I'm here in my Speedo talking about mental health, and I feel a little different than I did when I started this, because I don't know if you all noticed, but I've lost 20 pounds, and I didn't prepare my life or my body for what Irma was going to do, for what life was going to do. But because I have a plan, I can move forward. And that's something very important for people with bipolar and mental illness. Have a plan, have a goal, and be willing to shift those goals, but try not to lose the bigger perspective. So next chapter, bigger perspective. I don't feel very attractive right now because I've lost that 20 pounds, and so I feel really scrawny and small. I'm only 5'1.5". My brain is telling me I'm ugly. My brain is also telling me I'm stupid and I shouldn't be doing this, right? And that's the thing about bipolar. Our brains work against us. We perceive things in the wrong way. I often perceive people shunning me, and then the people who are shunning me, I perceive as my friends, right? Perception can be weird for me, but in the end, I always try to remind myself that I love myself. I am a beautiful person, and it does not matter how the outside world sees me, because in the end, I'm my only judger. I'm my only... the only person I really have to answer to is myself. Next chapter, I have no idea. About having no idea, right? I'm never quite sure where my life is going to take me, right? I thought I'd stay up in my tower at Sky House for years to come. But then things changed, and I, instead of getting angry and pissed about those things, I just moved forward, right? Changed my location, changed my perspective so that I could, without any true idea of where I was headed, find my goal again, and I have found it. So lots of changes are coming through on the website. I'm starting a political rant on Twitter. OnlyFans is doing great, so thank you, fans. I sincerely appreciate it. All the donations I made in the last 2 weeks are going to Irma relief. Oh, it looks like we might have another hurricane coming through, and so I'll continue to forward those donations to Red Cross if another storm comes on through. So I usually only do these 5 minutes, but I'm changing things up. I want to post each day, so they're all now going to be 7 minutes, so that is a big change. The next ones will be scripted and not so messy. But here's the beauty of life. Sometimes it's messy, right? Sometimes you just don't get what you want done on time, and you say, okay, well, I quit. Well, here's the thing. Don't ever quit, because you are worth it. I am worth it. And the world is worth our beauty. We live in a beautiful nation. We live in a beautiful world. And it's important for us to be grateful for those things. I am always grateful for my smile. I'm always grateful when I get a smile back. But more importantly, I'm grateful that I get to wake up every morning and seize the day, even the days that I'm failing. I'd rather fail spectacularly than not try at all. Have a great weekend, everybody. Okay, so lastly, as always, a $5 donation to ArielAnatole.com helps keep these coming. And I know it seems weird, why would you donate to this crazy person in his underwear, right? Well, this does take effort, it takes time, I have to write these, I have to do research and all of that other stuff. But most importantly, it's a full cause. It's a cause that I 100% believe in. It's a cause for mental advocacy because we often suffer in silence, and it is important that we end that silence. You can also check out onlyfans.com/ArielAnatole to see posts that are non-PG, non-Instagram approved. Everybody, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Slay the week ahead.